if the cost of living keeps going up, I got something for sale.
What do you think that is? $103.
Bruh, being an adult literally means you always just need something.
Why is the birth rate going down? Why aren't any of these young people having sex? Maybe it's because we're getting every day. I don't know what you're talking about. My sex life is pretty healthy.
Every single week, people ask why young men and women ain't having kids, why the birth rate dropping, why nobody got energy for love anymore. It's not that people don't want a connection. It's just that the system is already smashing everybody raw every single day. Rent, food, taxes, and a bag of onions cost $9. Who trying to start a family when survival feels like a subscription? This ain't about relationships no more. It's about surviving a government that treats you like property. Let's get into it.
The government every day, my job, the job economy, the economy in general, inflation, the landlords, the insurance companies, the banks, the billionaires. They're all just having their way with me every single day. Be crazy style. And then you want to know why I'm not? I'm all out. How about that? I don't have the passion, drive, or wherewithal to put a baby in you, not even practice.
That's the new type of intimacy in America, financial domination. We used to chase love, now we chase receipts. The government didn't ban relationships, it just outpriced them.
At this point, if the cost of living keeps going up, I got something for sale. And just know I'm not talking about shit in this apartment. If they give me one more price range, whether it's food, gas, bills, I'm sick of it all. I'm going to be selling it, and I'm not playing. Just know that.
How is everybody living? I mean, America is. I went to Dollar General. This is what I bought, and tell me what you think this amount is. Just let's see if anybody can guess it in the comments. Put your guess before I even tell you. Hold on. Look at this. Okay, so this is what we got in here: some dish pods, tape. We got some water, we got a few sandwiches, and 2 packs of glue sticks. Now, what do you think that is? What do you think that is? $103. From the dollar store. From Dollar General, $103. Where?
We clown people for saying it's the end of times, but when Dollar General starts moving like Gucci, that's a red flag. The price of survival went luxury.
Bruh, being an adult literally means you always just need something. If it ain't paper towels, it's toilet tissue. If it ain't toilet tissue, you need a plunger. If it's not a plunger, you need Cascade dish pods. If it's not dish pods, you need laundry detergent. If it's not laundry detergent, you need to get your clothes altered. If you need your cat food, dog food, fish food, frog food, like it's always need something. And then after you get all that figured out, your car start making funny noises. Oh my God.
They sold us independence, then made it a full-time job to exist. Every swipe of the card feels like a tax for being alive.
No one is talking about how if you live in this economy, this day and age, and you are single and you pay all your bills yourself, don't have no help, you a bad. Because baby, the price tag is high over here.
I just got back from Walmart. I feel robbed, okay? I think I just have too much pride to go to the register and put stuff back. My fault. My bad. But like, I just spent $52 and let me tell you what I got. Necessities, mind you. Tampons. Toothpaste. Floss. Mouthwash. And deodorant. $52.
You can't even afford to smell good no more. That's a luxury now. Self-care turned into self-debt.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I've had breakdowns, not just mental, not just emotional, but because I see it clearly now. This is all a really out-of-date game. Money isn't even real. Debt, credit scores, rent, mortgages, they are pieces of paper or numbers on a screen. None of it is real. But the consequences, those are real. On us. And this game only exists so a few people can feel powerful. Their entire identity is status. And the only way they feel something is when they're dominating other people. And we're all supposed to just play along. work ourselves in the ground, lose our minds so they can keep this fantasy going. I'm tired of living in a world where survival is a game. Tired of pretending this is normal. Honestly, I don't know what happens after whatever this is, but I know this can't be it.
That's the most dangerous truth right there. When people start realizing the game ain't real, but the penalties are. That's how revolution starts.
Now I'm going to say something that may ruffle a lot of feathers, but I'm going to say it anyway. I personally think that having kids right now, especially if you're a young person, is at best illogical and at worst borderline negligent. And I do not mean that in a judgmental way. I'm just speaking the facts. Let's look at the world that we're living in right now. We live in a world where there's, people can barely afford their rent. People can't really afford to buy groceries. If people can't even afford to support themselves, how can they afford to support another human being? It just doesn't make sense to me. Aside from the economic factors that make raising a kid hard, you also got to take into, account societal expectations as well. If you're a woman thinking about having kids, there's a high likelihood that you're going to be the one that's solely responsible for raising the kid, despite having a partner. You're most likely going to be the one feeding and cleaning up after the kid, taking the kid to the doctor, and just basically being the primary caregiver for that child with pretty much no help. So taking all that into account, having a kid right now does not seem like the greatest idea. We live in a world that is burning from climate change. We don't even know what the world's going to look like in the next decade or so. We're living in a world where wealth inequality is at the highest it's ever been. The common man is struggling. So having a kid right now, bringing a kid into that world, I don't know. It just feels kind of negligent to me. But let me know what you think. And like I said, I'm not coming from a place of judgment. I just want some understanding.
That's not code, that's clarity. People ain't scared of kids. They're scared of a system that punishes you for having them.
Trump cutting off food stamps right before Thanksgiving, bad and all, but my people ran out of stores. With the cart full, I bet it's gonna be some turkey on my plate. Ham, mashed potatoes, greens, dressing. It's gonna all be there. Don't worry about it.
Baby, when y'all go grocery shopping next month, y'all need to be very careful because apparently they done got started. Y'all know next month a lot of people not gonna get their food stamps and they SNAP benefits, and a lot of people gonna be desperate and hungry. A Walmart employee came on here last night talking about how they had emergency evacuate the Walmart because people done stormed up in there trying to put stuff in their bags and be stealing. Baby, when y'all go to the grocery store next month, y'all better get in and get out. Don't be standing around trying to have no conversation with somebody from church. Don't stuff your buggy too full either. Get a few items and then leave. If you gotta go 50 miles per hour out that doggone parking lot, go 50 miles per hour out that doggone parking lot. Or if you want to be that person, baby, buy somebody's groceries for them. Help them where you can help, period.
Every month, it's the same movie. New cast, same script. The government fumbles, the people starve, and the rich tweet about resilience.
42 million Americans are about to go hungry. It's actually super up. SNAP, which is a food assistance program here in the United States, is about to collapse. Thank you, government shutdown. And the longer the government stays shut down, the longer this means that millions of people may not be able to get food to eat. Many people rely on this as their sole source of food income. If they don't get their SNAP benefits, they aren't eating. SNAP funds groceries for 42 million Americans every single month. That is 1 out of 8 people in this country. But because the government hasn't passed a funding bill since October 1st, it's about to run out of money. And if the shutdown continues going, people could be losing their access to food as early as November. Like, SNAP covers food for working people, families, seniors, people with disabilities, veterans. But instead of our government coming together and finding a solution for once, of course, the government shut down again. And this time, so far, it's the second longest shutdown the United States has ever had. That also means that hundreds of thousands of federal workers are also either furloughed or working without pay. Think about that. The richest country on earth can't pay its federal employees right now because they don't want to. The government is using real human lives as leverage in this political bite. Like, I don't think people understand that when the United States government gets shut down, it isn't the government that is suffering. It's the average working class citizen that suffers first. It's us that's hurting, or is going to.
If we're trying to talk about inflation, this was $9.75. 1 onion, 1 garlic, 2 carrots, and a pack of celery. $9.75. My mind is blown. Like, this is ridiculous.
These people are diabolical. $23.99 for this? Who gonna buy this for $24? Get it together.
Okay, can we just talk about the fact that I just spent $370 at Food Lion, and I really didn't buy. I mean, yes, the buggy was full. We're good. We're good. We're blessed. Fridge is full. Pantry's full. I bought some meat. I bought a roast. I didn't buy that much food. You know what I mean? Like what used to would, and I know I'm preaching to the choir, but what used to cost like $200, maybe $250, it was $370 something, $374, I believe, today. That is a lot of money, okay? Like, we don't even have it like that. Okay, I wasn't like buying steaks and sodas, and I was buying just food, veggies, fruit, meat. I don't really think we're gonna be able to. I don't even know. I don't even know what we're gonna do. Something has got to give. We're gonna be eating a lot of beans and taters, I think.
It's not that people don't want to work hard. It's that hard work don't buy groceries anymore. You used to fill the fridge. Now you fill a debt system.
I got married and moved states away from my family the day after I turned 18. That detail is relevant to my frustration right now because I just want to stress to you that for my entire adult life, I've lived independently and I've been responsible for the grocery shopping for a household, for me and another person, minimum. My whole adult life. I have never, ever seen groceries as expensive as they've been all year, but in particular, just the last 2 weeks. The way that costs have just shot up on everything across the board. And we're talking, I went to the grocery store today fully expecting to need to budget shop. In my 16 years of adulthood, I've had periods of time where I don't have a lot of money, and then I have periods of time where I have money. And so grocery shopping can look like, we're eating a lot of bean burritos this week, or hey, let's cook something really elaborate. I went into the grocery store today knowing that my budget was bean burrito budget. And even with my bean burrito budget, knowing that I was not going to get the fancy food, knowing that I just the food that I need to eat and survive and get through the next week. And I didn't buy any meat. I didn't buy any protein at all, except for some deli meat. I bought some turkey. But I went into the grocery store knowing that I was pulling stuff out of the freezer and I wasn't going to buy any meat or proteins this week. I got my total from the grocery store clerk and I almost wanted to cry. I didn't buy a lot of food, okay? And I didn't buy any meat. Frozen pizzas right now where I am are $10 a pop. And not those aren't the fancy frozen pizzas. We're talking the regular frozen pizzas. The Tombstone, the cheap frozen pizza that, in my opinion, should be $2.99 max, was $8.99. That's $9. With taxes, that's $10. And I just feel really bad for young people, and I feel the need to affirm for young people that are working bullshit jobs and getting paid bullshit per hour and still having to buy the same groceries that I'm having to buy. This is not normal. And when I was your age and when I was making shit money and the groceries were significantly cheaper. I used to buy chicken for $2 a pound. And that really wasn't all that long ago. That was like 6 years ago. That I know for a fact the Smiths around the corner from my house would oh my God. Oh my God. Like when the frozen pizza is in the double digits, like fam, we're cooked. We are deep fried, golden brown, and crispy.
Okay, seriously, WTF. I need somebody to make this make sense to me. So I made a video a month ago about our electric bill was $830. It made me sick to my stomach. Now, listen, our bills have been high for 15 years, anywhere between $400 and $700. We've had the electric company come out. They tell us there's no problem. There's nothing from the pole to our house. It must be something in the house. So we have replaced everything, all the appliances, new hot water tank, new dishwasher, new washer dryer, the whole bit, right? So I made a video this morning showing you guys our electric bill for the past year. It wasn't until I watched that I realized our new bill is on there. You guys, I am so sick. What a way to ruin my Monday and the whole freaking week now. So our bill was $830 last month. It's $1,253 this month. Tell me how. After we opened that bill last month for $830, we went through the house. Now we had 2 adult men that lived in the house, our sons, both move out. So nothing is running in their bedrooms. Everybody says unplug everything that you're not using. Okay, so we have unplugged everything. Literally unplugged everything in the entire house that could be drawn power that we're not using. Like our everyday appliances, refrigerator, washer, dryer, stove, microwave, lamps. They're not on, but they're plugged in. So we don't watch TV. Our televisions are never on. We don't have a pool. We don't have central AC. I just don't know. I don't understand how this is possible. It went up $420 after unplugging everything. Somebody make this make sense to me. So I so badly want to do this Christmas open house and invite everybody in and see that magic for the kids and see the smiles. And there's literally no way. I cannot afford $1,253 without Christmas lights. So I don't know what we're going to do. Like, after taxes and insurance is taken out of my bill or on my check, that's like literally one of my paychecks. So one whole check for the month is going to go towards our electric bill. Like, I am sick to my stomach. I don't know what to do.
When unplugging your house makes the bill go up, that's when you realize the system's rigged to make you fail. They don't sell energy, they sell control.
Hey Raf, I'm a teacher and I can barely afford to pay rent with my salary. My salary bi-weekly is basically my rent minus $500. Guess how much my car is? $400. Guess how much insurance is? $100. Oh yeah, that's right. You do the math. I'm left with owing money at the end of the month. That's not even with groceries. Holy that's not even with groceries. I realize every single month I am transferring money out of savings into my checking and I am not. Just had the realization in the car that I'm actually gonna go into debt if I continue being a teacher. Like genuinely. Wow. Oh, I'm like literally having a crisis right now. I'm gonna have a panic attack right now. I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. Knowing every single month that most of my money is literally like, I don't have money. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna pay off my credit card this month. I don't know. All right, well, rats, peace and blessings, and I hope you can afford your rent today and groceries and your car and insurance and life. Bye.
Imagine educating the next generation but can't afford the gas to get to class. That's America, the country where the teachers need tutoring in survival. People ask why the world feels cold because the average person's been priced out of peace. When everything costs, love becomes optional and survival becomes the only relationship that's working. Stay aware, stay focused, and don't let the system convince you that being tired means you're lazy. It means you've been paying the emotional tax of living in 2025. And if you like chaotic videos, go down into the description and click on the playlist. I will see you on the next video.